aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acids. Let us discuss the chemical reactions of aldehydes and ketones. The chemical reactions can be classified into different categories. That is, number one, nucleophilic addition reactions. Nucleophilic addition reactions. Reduction. Third one is oxidation reactions and reactions involving replacement of oxygen atom and reactions involving alpha hydrogen and the last one is miscellaneous reactions. Miscellaneous reactions. So the types of reactions are nucleophilic addition reactions and reduction reactions, oxidation reactions, reactions involving replacement of oxygen atom and reactions involving alpha hydrogen and finally miscellaneous reactions. Aldehydes and ketones have carbonyl group. This is carbonyl group. We know that oxygen is more electronegative atom. Due to this, the electron density is pulled towards this, therefore it gets a partial negative charge. On the other hand, carbon has partial positive charge. So, as carbonyl oxygen has more electronegative, electron density is pulled towards the oxygen atom, therefore it gets partial negative charge and this is partial positive charge. Due to this partial negative charge, electrophile attacks here, whereas on carbon atom, nucleophile attacks. So here, nucleophile attacks on the carbon atom for the first time, therefore these reactions are referred as nucleophilic addition reactions. Now let us see the reactivity towards the nucleophilic addition reactions. What are the factors affecting the nucleophilic addition reactions? One is electron releasing nature and another one is steric effect. Now electron releasing effect. See here, this is carbon, oxygen. So electron density is pulled towards this, therefore it gets a partial negative charge. On the other hand, this is carbon gets partial positive charge. So if it is aldehyde, let us say aldehyde. Aldehyde has one alkyl group. We know that alkyl groups are electron releasing groups, therefore electron density is pushed towards the carbon atom. Due to this, what happens, whatever the partial positive charge establishes on the carbon atom, the partial positive charge decreases. As positive charge decreases, the electron nucleophilic addition becomes less. If it is ketone, then both the bonds are with alkyl groups, therefore here also electron releasing happens here. Since both the alkyl groups release the electron density towards the carbonyl carbon, therefore the positive charge almost neutralized and of course the nucleophilic attack becomes less. On the other hand, steric effect. See, double bond O, these are carbon atoms and of course this is a CH3 group and here. See, around this carbon, CH3 group is a bulkier group. Now the nucleophile attacks. This is nucleophile. So because of this bulky bulkier groups, the incoming nucleophile is prevented to some extent. So this is in aldehydes. If they are ketones, this is also CH3 group, and two bulkier groups are there. Because of the two bulkier group, because of the adjustment, the nucleophile, incoming nucleophile is restricted to large extent. Therefore, the steric effects, that is bulkiness of the alkyl groups, prevent the incoming nucleophile. When compared in between aldehydes and ketones, the ketones are less reactive towards the nucleophile because of the steric effect, because both the bulkier alkyl groups are present here. Nucleophilic addition reactions. The first reaction is addition of hydrogen cyanide HCl. Carbonyl compound O C double bond O plus HCl gives, we get cyanohydrin Cn. So this group is referred as cyanohydrin. In this reaction, the addition of pure hydrogen cyanide is a slow reaction. Therefore, the reaction is catalyzed in the presence of a base. So, HCl plus OH minus gives H2O plus Cl minus. This is nucleophile. So here C double bond O plus Cl. This constant attacks here. Therefore, we get C O minus Cl. And here proton transfer takes place. Proton transfer. Therefore, we get OH Cl. So this class of substances are referred as cyanohydrins. Now let us see addition of hydrogen cyanide to aldehydes. CH3 CH double bond O plus Cn. Therefore, we get CH3 H O minus Cn. This is, and proton transfer takes place. Proton is H plus transfer. Therefore, we get CH3 H OH Cn. This is acetaldehyde cyanohydrin. Acetaldehyde cyanohydrin. On the other hand, let us see the reaction with the ketones also. CH3 CH3 double bond O. This is acetone plus Cn minus. Here we get CH3 O minus Cn, and here proton transfer takes place. H plus transfer. Therefore, we get CH3 OH and C. This is acetone cyanohydrin. Now, cyanohydrins are important class of substances. When they are hydrolyzed, we get alpha hydroxy acids. These alpha hydroxy acids, on dehydration, we get alpha beta unsaturated acids. So here let us take acetaldehyde cyanohydrin COH Cl. This is H, this is CH. So this is treated with water in the presence of dilute. Get COH. This is COOH hydrogen. This is CH. What is this? This becomes carboxylic acid. And here plus NH4C. This is what is this acid? 1, 2, 3. 3 carbon atoms are there. Therefore, it is propanoic acid. Propanoic acid. For this propanoic acid, hydroxy group is present on second carbon atom. Therefore, it can be referred as 2-hydroxy-propanoic acid. Or otherwise, it is present on alpha carbon. Alpha carbon means the carbon atom next to the functional group, that is alpha carbon. Since hydroxy group is present on alpha carbon, therefore it is also referred as alpha hydroxy-propanoic acid. Now, when it is dehydrated, dehydration means removal of water, minus H2O. So, during the dehydration, this OH group from second carbon atom is removed and one hydrogen atom from the beta carbon atom is removed. Therefore, we get CH2 double bond CHCOOH. And here, the name of this compound is, this is prop-2-enoic acid. Prop-2-enoic acid. Or it is also referred as, since unsaturation, that is double bond is present on alpha, in between alpha and beta carbons, therefore it is referred as alpha beta unsaturated acid. Alpha beta unsaturated acid. Here, let us say acetone cyanohydrin CH3COH Cn CH3. This is acetone cyanohydrin and H2O and HCl. Therefore, what do we get? CH3 CH3 OH. This is COOH plus NH4C. So this is, what is this substance? This substance is 2-methyl 2-hydroxy-propanoic acid. 2-methyl 2-hydroxy-propanoic acid. This is subjected to dehydration. So what happens here? This is one carbon, this is alpha carbon, this is beta carbon. So what is removed from alpha to beta carbon atoms? Therefore this becomes CH2 double bond C. Substituent is here, this is COOH. So this is 2-methyl prop 2-enoic acid. Or simply it can be referred as 2-methyl propanoic acid. So this is alpha beta unsaturated acid. Addition of bisulfite. Let us see the reaction. Carbonyl compound plus NaOH SO3. So here OSO3H ON. This is referred as sulfonic acid. So here proton transfer takes place, proton transfer, and therefore we get C OSO3 NaOH. So let us see the reaction between aldehyde and sodium bisulfite. CH3H plus NaHSO3 CH3H OSO3HONA. This is known as addition product, bisulfite addition product. And this on proton transfer H plus, proton transfer we get CH3 H OSO3H OSO3Na plus OH. On the other hand, ketone CH3 plus NaHSO3, we get CH3. This is addition product. So here OSO3HONA. Proton transfer takes place. Proton transfer. So we get CH3 OH. Addition products of aldehydes and ketones with sodium bisulfite are crystalline solids. Therefore, they can be separated easily. Addition of bisulfite to carbonyl compounds is a reversible reaction. Therefore, by treating the addition product with mineral acids or alkalis, we can get back the original substance. That is C OSO3 NaOH treated with HCl CH3H NaCl plus SO2 plus HCl. The bisulfite addition products of aldehydes and ketones are treated with alkali. We get back the original aldehyde or ketone. Now let us see the reaction. This is a bisulfite addition product of ketone. This is treated with alkali. What do we get here? CH3. We get back the original substance plus Na2SO3 plus H2. In the same manner, acetaldehyde bisulfite addition product. This is CH3 OH OSO3 Na plus NaOH. We get plus sodium sulfide plus water. So in this way, bisulfite addition products are treated with alkali and we will get back the original substance. Now, let us discuss the addition of Grignard reagent. What is Grignard reagent? RMGX. So, carbonyl compound plus RMGX, we get this alkyl group. So this is C R OMGX. This is on treatment with, therefore we get R OH plus MgX OH. Now let us see the addition of Grignard reagent to aldehydes. CH3 hydrogen plus, this is methyl magnesium bromide and we get CH3H CH3. OMgBr, this is in the presence of hydrolysis we get C, CH3, H, CH3, OH, and this is MgBr, OH. This is secondary alcohol. Secondary alcohol. So, in the addition of Brittnode reagent, aldehydes result in secondary alcohols. Let us see ketones. CH3 plus CH3Mg Br, we get C, CH3. These two methyl groups are also present on the carbon carbon. OMg Br. This is our hydrolysis we get C, CH3, 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 OH, and MgBr, OH. This is tertiary alcohol. Tertiary alcohol. Tertiary alcohol means carbon bearing functional group is attached to 3 more carbon atoms. Or this is IUPAC name is 2-methyl propane 2-O. Now let us see the addition of alcohols. Addition of alcohols. Aldehydes react with one equivalent of monohydric alcohol in the presence of dry HCl gas, and we get alkoxy alkyl intermediate, which we call it as hemiacetol. This hemiacetol reacts with one more molecule of alcohol and we get acetone. So here this is RCHO plus in the presence of ROH and dry HCl we get RCHO. This we keep it as R dash OH. This is alkoxy alkyl intermediate. This we call it as hemiacetol. These are reaction with one more molecule of alcohol. We get RCH OR dash and OR dash. This is acetol and this is gem dialkoxy compound. What is gem dialkoxy? The two alkoxy groups OR and OR are present on the same carbon atom, and such compounds are called gem compounds. Ketones, on the other hand, combine with ethylene glycol and to form a cyclic compound as shown. RC11OR plus CH2OH. This is ethylene glycol. Under similar conditions means in the presence of dry HCl, and we get CH2. This is a cyclic compound, and this cyclic compound is known as ketone plus H2. Reaction of carbonyl compounds with ammonia derivatives. What is ammonia? Ammonia NH3. So one hydrogen atom of ammonia is replaced by other groups. then we get ammonia derivatives. For example, NH2, one hydrogen atom is replaced by OH, therefore it is known as hydroxyl amine. So NH2, one hydrogen atom is replaced by one more NH2 group. This is known as hydrazine. NH2, one hydrogen atom in this group is replaced by one phenyl group. This group is nothing but hydrazine, and of course hydrazine. In hydrazine, one hydrogen is replaced by phenyl group, therefore it is phenyl hydrazine. Phenyl hydrazine. Now, NH2, another NH2 group, in this one hydrogen NH2 is replaced by 2,4-dinitrophenyl. This is phenyl, and this is number 1, this is 2, this and this both are 2, so here it is NO2 group, and this is the fourth portion, this is also NO2 group. So, 2 nitro groups are present on second and fourth portions of the benzene ring, therefore it is 2,4-dinitro, this is phenyl, and this is hydrazine, therefore it is 2,4-dinitrophenyl hydrazine. Simply it is known as 2,4-DNP. This 2,4-DNP is referred as Brady's reagent. And when carbonyl compounds react with 2,4-DNP, we get yellow precipitate. So, reaction of carbonyl compounds with 2,4-DNP is the test for the identification of carbonyl group. Now let us see the reactions of aldehydes and ketones with ammonia products. Acetaldehyde H, this is acetaldehyde. NH2OH is hydroxyl amine, and it reacts here. We get, this is water is removed here, so this is CH3CH double bond N OH. This is acetaldehyde, and this is oxide, so this is acetaldoxide. Similarly, the reaction with acetone, CH3 double bond O plus NH2OH, we get CH3C, this is acetone oxide. Similarly, reaction with hydrazine, CH3 acetaldehyde plus NH2, we get CH3CH double bond N single bond NH2. This is hydrazone. Hydrazine products are hydrozones. This is acetaldehyde hydrazone. Similarly, we get acetone hydrazone. This is acetone hydrazone. Similarly, let us write the reaction with hydrazine, phenyl hydrazine. So here CH3CH double bond O plus H2 NH This is phenyl hydrazine and we get this is acetaldehyde phenyl hydrazone. Acetaldehyde phenyl hydrazone. Similarly, when the reaction takes place with acetone, we get CH3C, CH3, double bond and single bond NH. This is acetone phenyl hydrazone. Similarly, let us see the reaction of carbonyl compounds with 2,4-DNP. See here, acetaldehyde plus NH2 NH. This is phenyl group, and here on second carbon atom NO2 group and fourth carbon atom NO2 group. Therefore, this is 2,4-DNP, and we get here CH3 H NH NO2 NO2. This is acetaldehyde. The name of this substance is acetaldehyde 2,4-dinitrophenyl hydrazone. 2,4-dinitrophenyl hydrazone. Similarly, let us see the reaction with acetone. When we take the reaction with acetone, the product is CH3. This is double bond O, NH, NO2, NO2. So this is acetone 2,4-dinitrophenyl hydrazone.